So, the inner critic, this voice in our head that beats us up, is hard on us, talks to us in terms of have to and should, you can't, you're no good. Where does it come from? Here's my take. We parent ourselves the way we were parented when we were little. And so if we have a really loud inner critic, that is a strong sign that we were treated that way at some point in our childhood. And the way a child responds to that kind of treatment, that kind of abuse, I'm very dependent on my caregiver, my mom, my dad. I need them. I sense that the way I'm being treated is unfair or wrong, but it can't be them because I need them. So it must be my fault. And so I'm going to do what they do to me, to myself, and do it even better than them. And that's how the inner critic gets installed when we're really little. So in a way, when you think about our psyche, there's this layer of shame, and that's the inner critic. It's this way of protecting ourselves from a harsh situation when we were very, very little that gets frozen in that kind of pattern, and it takes the form of this harsh inner critic. And so when we start to notice that and we start to say no to it, at first we could be really rough about it. I was saying you could just say to the inner critic, shut up. Or you could be curious. You could say, well, is that necessarily true what you're saying about me? And then eventually you can come to realize that that inner critic is just trying to protect you. But it doesn't need to protect you anymore because you're not a child dependent on a harsh parent or a parent who's treating you unfairly anymore. I'm treating myself unfairly. And so when we start to do that, that shame dissipates. And then in my experience, what happens is underneath that is a lot of buried feelings that come up. And that's what we're going to be talking about, or what I want to talk about in this series next, is stage 2 in recovery from CPTSD, which is mourning one's lost childhood.